This man slapped me. He slapped me. He slapped the hell out of me. He pimp slapped me. I don't know if he was hanging out with Cat Williams right before this. He slapped the shit out of me. I don't know if he was watching Rihanna's S&M video right before this. He slapped me. The volume of my hair is giving me life, honey. Alright, first things first. I was looking at my YouTube analytics and I saw my story times are blown up, and
I see the type of person you are.
I know y'all like a shady stories. If you're new to this channel, I am the sister with the big ass hair and a sassy ass mouth, and I'm using it to tell y'all story today. I am known for my editing, and I'm going to edit the shit out of this story time. I'm back with another story. My name is Shay. This is my channel. Welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button so people on YouTube can see this video. Tinder was not a phase in my life that I want to revisit, but I'm gonna do it for y'all. If you don't know what Tinder is, what are you, living in James Charles's closet?
Hi sisters!
Tinder is a dating app. I mean, when it was first introduced, it was introduced as a dating app, but y'all know it ain't no dating app. It was a hookup app. I can attest to that because everybody I matched on there with was either a fuckboy, just looking for some hookups. It was just a badass time. But we got some funny ass stories out of it, so it was not a waste. So this story starts when I was in university and I was probably about 19, 20. For background information, I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship with my boyfriend of 2.5 years. Now, Tinder had just came out as a dating app, and honestly, I was so curious because everyone was on it. Everyone was on this site. And I'm just sitting there all lonely and heartbroken. And honestly, this was the most depressing time of my life. So one of my friends suggested that I try Tinder. Now, some of y'all may not know, but back when I was in university, when I was a little youngin', I used to do these videos that were like comedy oriented, and they were like called like Tinder fails. And I used to go on Tinder and find profiles, and if they made me laugh, I would put them in a video. And that was my little hidden way of going on Tinder and seeing who was there without actually telling people I was on Tinder. Now I'm swiping along. Tinder, and I'm actually the person who actually swipes and reads people's profiles, okay? So this one guy caught my eye. Now I don't want to get into too much detail because maybe he might watch this and maybe someone might tell him. I don't want to get exposed, you know what I'm saying? But he caught my eye. We matched immediately. For your reference, we were two fire signs. He's an Aries, I'm Aries. He's an April Aries, I'm a March Aries. That's for all my ladies out there who's into astrology like me. Or all y'all nosy bitches. Whatever. But two fire signs, so y'all already know we had a good connection. That is the #1 question I used to ask men. Well, what's your sign? When's your birthday? Did you have a birthday recently? Men, listen, I know y'all watching this video. If any woman ever asks you any of those questions surrounding your birthday, it's because they're trying to ask your zodiac sign without actually asking you. Anyways, so we hit it off, we were texting, we were flirting, we were y'all, we're adults here, whatever. Unfortunate for him was that he met me just when finals were starting, and my #1 rule was that school came first. I had told him straight up, I said, listen, you and me, we're vibing, but I gotta put you to the side while I focus on my studies, and only then, after my finals, I can meet you. And he was cool with it. He said, yeah, no problem, school's important, I get it, I was a student too. I was like, he checking all my boxes. Now here's the thing about me. I catch feelings through text. If you keep talking to me and just like flooding me with all these emotions and everything, like, I'm gonna catch feelings. Like, I shouldn't be saying that on the internet, but it's true. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna come over here and lie to you. He's flirting, he's talking to me. I'm getting good morning texts every single morning. Hey beautiful, how's your day? And I'm like, he likes me. While I'm studying for my finals, he keeps messaging me.
When are we gonna meet up? Like, when do you want to do this? We should plan something. Like, let's go for dinner, let's go for coffee, let's do this. Like,
he's very vocal about meeting me, and I'm loving this attention. As a fire sign, I'm sitting there like, child. I'm loving it. Now, because finals usually last about 2 weeks, depending on how many classes you have, we were talking for a good 4 weeks. That is like an entire month of just chatting and good morning texts. Y'all see where this is going? No? Okay, let me inform you. So after 4 weeks of talking, I confessed to him that, listen, I'm a little nervous. Like, I'm really, really shy to meet you. Now, the relationship that I had gotten out of 2 months prior to that was my first ever boyfriend, and we were together for a while, so I had no idea what dating was, flirting, and you know, that whole stage between flirting to dating to relationship. I didn't know anything about that. But what had happened was I was uncontrollably nervous to the point where I would be shaking and just like breaking down, panic attack, the idea of having to meet this person. Like, I confessed to him that I was so nervous, and he said, yeah, I'm nervous too, and I'm like, great. So at the time I had a best friend in university, and she literally was there from day one of me texting him. I would tell her all the time, like, look at what he sent me, blah blah. So she could see how nervous I was, and it was bad. Like, she'd be like, you're sweating. So we came up with this plan. Please, y'all, don't clock me for this, because I don't know if I would do this now, but please don't judge me. I'm so nervous. Okay, so we had this genius idea in our young little naive minds that she would come on the date with me. Wait a minute, don't judge me. We'd have a couple drinks, I'd get my nerves down, she'd tell a couple of jokes, you know, make me feel nice and calm, and then when he came, she would just sneak out. Now this plan worked. It worked wonders in my head, because when she said it to me, I was like, you got something. You got something right there. That's something. Never done that before, but we could do it today. I get dressed up, looking cute. Me and him got a date. I'm excited. I picked a nice little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Now, I picked this specific restaurant because at this time, it would be quiet. It wouldn't have too many people, because it was on like the club strip, and usually those like get lit around like 11, and our date was like at 8 or 7. So me and her are laughing and talking, we're having drinks. I'm having way more drinks than I really should have. And I picked a seat specifically by the window so I could see this man when he walked by. So if I need to skirt, I could get out there right away. I was nervous. I was like, what if this man comes up and he's like this short? But one go do that. Now me and her, we're drinking, we're talking, we're having a good time, and I am texting this guy, and he's updating me like a GPS on his location. I could tell he was nervous because he just kept texting. He told me when he was close. So I'm looking out the window like, now this was winter time. It was freezing outside. So now he tells me he's here, right? So he walks by, I see him through the window, my heart goes, it is beating like out of my chest, like cartoon style. So I see him walk through the door. This man is tall as hell. He looked good. Don't get me wrong, he looked good. The waiter, who was now waiting for us to order food or more drinks, came when he saw the guy walk through the door. So the waiter is standing there, and my date now is standing there. So the waiter, trying to be all friendly and polite, looked at my date. Oh, is it cold outside? And my date looked at me, and I guess he was trying to be like flirty and went to do this. I don't know. You tell me. So he took his hand and he went to go touch my face lightly to be like, ooh, it's cold. Instead of touching, caressing, lightly feeling my face, this man slapped me. He slapped me. He slapped the hell out of me. He pimp slapped me. I don't know if he was hanging out with Cat Williams right before this. He slapped the shit out of me. I don't know if he was watching Rihanna's S&M video right before this. He slapped me. On God, he slapped me. And I remember just, and I looked over at my girlfriend and I went, what just happened? And she looked at me like, you tell me, bitch. I looked at her like, girl, you better sit your ass down. You better stay with me. I just remember when he slapped me, I went, it was such a shock to me. I just don't understand. Like, why are you putting your hands on me? You don't even know me. You just met me 2 seconds ago. You barely even know who I am, or like if I'm okay with people touching my face, which I'm not. Waiter was like, and walked away and was like, I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes. Because it was so awkward and he ended up slapping me, that first introduction, my friend was like, I'm gonna stay. I said, yeah, please. She's texting me on the table. Do you want me to stay? I'm like, bitch, if you leave, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you tomorrow. As soon as that waiter came by, I ordered 2 rounds of drinks. I'm like, booze me up. Booze me up. Give him the benefit of the doubt. He was nervous. I get it. First impressions, awkward. Okay, let's move on. So I introduced my friend to him, and he seems like he's having a good time. For your reference, When I was texting him, me and him texting back and forth, he is this nice, caring, sweet gentleman. When he came into that restaurant, he was rude, obnoxious, loud, and showboating. And I'm looking at him like, did somebody steal your phone and was texting me, or was I talking to someone else? Like, did I mistaken you for another person who I'm supposed to be on a date? Am I at the wrong spot? Now, when I tell y'all he was loud, he was loud, okay? People across the room, people at the table beside, people to the right, people to the left, they were just staring because he was just obnoxiously loud, like talking up here where you should be down here. We in a restaurant. Now, I can write that off due to nervousness. When I got nervous, I got a little loud too. I can't lie to you, shit. But this was just obnoxious. Point 3 against him. Now, my girlfriend here, she's here as emotional support, all right? The way you treat my friends is gonna represent how you're gonna treat me. So if you treat them like shit, you sure as hell not gonna get me because I'm out the door. Now, he's sitting there talking to my girlfriend, and I don't know what it is. Their personality just not click at all. Like, they just kept arguing, and everything like she would say, he would just say it like in a sarcastically rude manner, just talking down to her. And I even pointed it out in person, and I said, why are you talking to her like that? And he's like, oh, that's just the way I talk. Very argumentative. Like, I think she was telling us a story, and he just had to, like, he cut her off. He didn't even let her finish speaking. He just cut her off, talking above her, talking over her, talking at her, and was just like, you're wrong, and this is not the facts, and this, and it was just so unappealing. Such a turn off for me. Now, at one point, I'm sitting here. I got a brain in here. I'm stupid. I know y'all judged me up in here, but at one point I said, you know what? How am I gonna get to know this man for who he is with my girlfriend sitting right here? So I texted her under the table, and I said, hey, you know what? Thank you for this, but like, I think I can handle this when I'm out, you know? So she made up an excuse. Hey, I got some homework to do, and just dipped off. Now he moves to sit across from me, and I'm just looking at people's faces around the restaurant, and it's like annoyance. Just annoyance at his voice, annoyance at how loud he is. People actually laughed. So now like it's kind of just us in the restaurant. So I'm like, all right, he should simmer down a bit, because like there's no one to show off to. It's just me. Now, you know, you done slapped me. You done embarrassed me. You done messed up talking to my friend like that. So now I'm sitting here like, how can you redeem yourself from this? Because it ain't going well. Now, I'm so nervous. I'm looking at the ground, I'm playing with my hair, you know, just like not really talking. And he's just being so aggressive about it. He's like, why aren't you talking? Why aren't you talking? Are you nervous? Are you mad? What's going on? And I'm like, yo, you need to chill. Like, because I'm so nervous that he is just up here and over the top, I'm like keeping my voice low. I'm just being calm. You know, I'm not trying to draw any extra attention to me. So he took that as me being like, I guess, introverted or shy, when really in reality it was more of like embarrassment. So I think at this moment he now realizes that I'm either embarrassed or just something's not adding up, you know? So now he goes into the mode of, I'm going to impress her by showering her with like gifts and like showing off how much money I have. So he looks at me and he goes, get whatever you want on the menu. Whatever drink you want, you serve it, girl. Get yourself another drink. And I'm sitting here like, I think I will. Now we drinking, we having a good time now. I'm sitting here like, all right, this man could have redeemed himself, but he's still being like somewhat of an asshole. So I'm sitting here, I'm getting in my head, and I'm thinking like, okay, do I like this guy? Do I have any feelings for him? Do I find him attractive? Can he get a second date? I'm just in my head. So now it's time for me to go home. So he's walking me, and at the time I'm taking the bus now. So he's walking me to the bus stop, and I could tell he's really, really nervous. So we're at the bus stop, we're chatting. The bus pulls up, and I see it. I'm like, hallelujah, hallelujah. The bus is here. So now I guess when we were about to go on the bus, I think he was trying to go in for a kiss, but I was just like, oh, no sir. So I get on the bus, and I'm like, I can finally breathe. I can think. I have a moment with my thoughts. I can reflect on the night of what went wrong and what went right. Did anything go right? So I'm sitting on the bus and I get a text on my phone. And I'm looking at it and it's from my date. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, maybe did he forget something? Did I forget something? What could it be? So I open up my phone and I get a message and it said, out of 10. And I'm like, what? So I text him, what? Question mark? And he's like, rate me out of 10. Huh? no, this man didn't just tell me to rate him out of 10. You lying, you lying. I said, are you serious right now? And he's like, yeah, rate me and rate the date out of 10. And I was just like, 1. I'm just joking. I got angry and I said, what are you talking about? I literally just said goodbye to you 2 seconds ago and you're texting me to rate the date? Is this Yelp? Is this a Yelp review? I'm sitting here and I'm like, you need to have some self-confidence. You can't sit here and be asking me to rate the date out of 10. If it was a good date, you would have known it was a good date by how it ended. I said, listen, I had a great time with you. I love texting you. I love talking to you. But tonight you were a different person. I don't know who that person was. And I said to him, I'm like, you were extremely rude tonight. You were being rude to my friend. You were being obnoxious. You were yelling. You were yelling at the top of your lungs. You were embarrassing me in a restaurant. What happened? So he admitted, he said, you know what, honestly, it's because I was so nervous to meet you. He's like, you're a very beautiful woman. I didn't want to mess this date up. It was our first date. I just wanted it to go smoothly. I said, you know what? I appreciate your honesty. So he asked me for a second date, and what do y'all think I said? Let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think I said to that? Anyways, that was my psycho Tinder date. Honestly, I have many more stories like that, and that was just the first one. What would I do different? Honestly, I probably wouldn't have brought my girlfriend along. Maybe I could have called her before he came or something. Honestly, I was an amateur. I didn't even know what dating was. So please don't clock me for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that story time. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like this. Comment down below. Did you agree with me? Did you not agree with me? Was he obnoxious? Was I obnoxious? Let me know down below. Bye, guys.